Hi, my name is Don Giannetti, and I've taught the Project 52 Pro system, which is a commercial photography class, for 15 years. We've deprecated that system. It's no longer being taught, but I've moved my focus towards something called the side hustle commercial photography gig. So let's take a look at what that means. This is a blueprint for a very lucrative side hustle that you can do while you're still working, whether you have a 9 to 5 or you have an overnight job. You can do a lot with this system. It's going to be huge because our world has changed. Our businesses have changed. The way we do business has changed. Basically, because of the e-commerce explosion. Direct brands, Shopify stores, Amazon, eBay, constant social media, TikTok stores, on and on. This is a direct change, an absolutely 180-degree change from what I used to do back in my days as a studio photographer. I would work all day on a single shot. Maybe it would be a bar of soap or some hot dogs for bar S, something, but we would finesse that photograph because that photograph was going to run in dozens and dozens of magazines. So that one hero shot had to tell the story. It had to present the brand. And it was so meticulous. And we were shooting on large format cameras and film and the whole bit. That's all changed. We now have small businesses. They don't need one hero shot. They need 50 shots. They need a constant supply of shots. Small restaurants, small product brands. I live in the desert out here. I live where just outside my door a few moments ago there was a fox. And within the 4 or 5 square miles of this little area where I live, there's 40 businesses. Of those 40 businesses, half of them need photography and design. And I'm making my way through them. There's local skincare manufacturers. They make soap. There's all kinds of businesses, and the demand isn't a once-off. It's recurring. It's constant. We need to keep the pipeline filled with content or we're off the radar. That's nothing but wonderful for us. The traditional studio that I had, that was, I gave the studio up probably 2018, I believe. I was spending $6,000 a month in the studio, amortized over the year. In the winter, we didn't have to pay a lot of electricity, but in the summer, cooling that thing, we had 2 giant air conditioners, and they ran all day and all night. Don't have that massive overhead now. So at the time when we could have been shooting massive amounts of business, we weren't. Now we have massive amounts of business, and we can shoot it in our kitchen, on the kitchen table. We can shoot it in a converted bedroom. We can shoot it in a garage if we have a little bit of air conditioning going on. All we need is a camera, a normal lens, maybe a 24 to 70 zoom, some lights, which are really cheap, and something to shoot them on, surfaces, which we can also get very inexpensive. This is almost all profit with zero amount of outlay to keep ourselves in business. This is all new and different. That's why this business, this side hustle business, makes so much sense, why I'm focused on it. If you only did one food session, a menu refresh, for instance, in a month, that could be $1,200. That could be $1,400. It may even be $800. But that's a lot of money when it's literally no overhead. Your marketing's costing you nothing. You're using social media, email, etc. Maybe a few dollars amortized in for some direct mail. You do a couple of small product shoots. I'm shooting some gate openers for the guy down the street who makes custom gates for horses. Being paid a nice little chunk of change, $600. Take me a couple hours, a couple hours in the kitchen, and I've got the shots for him. And it's going to be a nice gig. And it's going to be something that's going to open up more gigs. So if you were really aggressive with it, if you really, really went out and pushed it, you could be looking at about $8,000 a month. I think you could do more than that because the way our business is done, but you can certainly do less than that too. But if you're already working, could an extra $4,000 a month do you? Wouldn't be bad, would it? So here's the niches that we're focused on, especially in the class that I'm teaching coming up. There's information below. It's product and still life. Anything that can be shot on a table. Small products, small brand items, packaged goods, things for eBay and Shopify. This is a quick entry into getting gigs because everybody's selling something. Maybe they're making pottery. Maybe they're making skincare products. They're selling something, and you need to photograph it, and they need to pay you. Food and beverage. Now, sometimes this requires going on location, but you're going on location, again, with a bag, with a camera, one lens, a couple of lights, a couple little soft boxes on stands. You can shoot it in the weekends. You can shoot it in the evenings. You can shoot it early morning. And lots of restaurants want menu updates seasonally or maybe every other month, but updating menus, not just for their in-store menus, but for their online menus where they have to keep that stuff lively and it has to be done all the time. Then you got your small B2Bs, small businesses that are creating everything from, here's a niche. My friend's brother does a business where they make the little vacuum items to clean the sensors off of red light cameras. Okay? They clean the sensors off of red light cameras. That's a business, and they need photography. So there's absolutely a plethora, I love that word, of clients out there. You just got to go look for them. You need to focus your output on 2 lanes of the 3. I think if you try to do all 3, it's going to be tough. You're looking more like a commercial photographer with a full-time studio type thing than a niche photographer. You really want to play the niche. So if you concentrate on 70% of your primary lane, maybe that's food and product, and 30%, food and beverage, and 30% on product. Maybe it's 70% on product, 30% on small brands and accessories. But keep it clear because confusion kills the gig. You're not dealing with art directors who want to say, wow, he's really good in all these genres and we have all these other things. You're dealing with mom and pop, a guy who owns a business. He wants to sell his widget, and you're going to help him do it. Don't confuse him with trying to make him think that you're the greatest photographer ever. He doesn't care. He cares about selling his widget. Focus. So we're going to take every image that we shoot for our portfolio, and we're going to run it through this lens right here. The subject, is it immediately clear what it is? Immediately. The light, is it light that's controlled? Are the highlights controlled? Is it really clean? Is it overly dramatic? Sometimes being dramatic is really cool and you can pull it off and have a lot of fun. But most of the time, they don't want dramatic. They want clear and concise. The intent. Look at that portfolio shot and ask yourself, could someone really use that shot today? Could they take that shot today and sell that widget? The answer is, I don't know. Then the answer is no. If you have to spin it, the answer is no. The composition. The composition has to fit the utilitarian use of the image. So be careful about ultra wide or ultra tall, unless the client's asking for it. Make sure that you can crop it into a square or horizontal or a vertical, or maybe you need to create a couple of little variations of it. And if the image looks right in the camera, it's probably wrong. What I'm saying is put space around your images. You've got to have places for text. You've got to give it some breathing room. You've got to give the client room to crop that to fit all the different places they need to use it. Shopify, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everything that has to be uniform. So you've got to prepare images that will work for them. Don't get caught in the artist trap. Don't get caught telling your clients that, oh, I'm a storyteller and I can capture memories, and they don't care. They don't care. Why would they care? They want to sell their thing. So tell them, I create a specific type of imagery for a specific type of business so that they can get specific results. Like I photograph updated menu items for independent restaurants so their online ordering looks as good as their food tastes. I create clean brand imagery for local makers so that they can look established and trustworthy. I shoot small local brands so they can look like they compete against the big guys. The framework transforms your art business into a solution. Focus on the value. They don't care about the craft. A 30-day momentum engine. Monday, do some research, find clients. Tuesday, send short, specific emails. The first email you send out doesn't have a photograph in it. It's just a nice little, hey, I'm here, I'm a photographer, I saw your website, I think you do cool stuff, I'll be in touch. Boom, that's it. Wednesday, of the people that you dealt with all week here, your research, find one and create a relationship. That means a DM or a note on their Facebook page or a note on their Instagram page about something that they're doing that you think is cool, and leave it at that. Thursday, follow up from the week before. And Friday, review your pipeline. Take out the emotion of like, oh, this didn't work out. What? Doesn't matter. And you know what doesn't matter? It doesn't matter if you hear back from these people. If you tell me that, oh, Don, I sent out 14 emails and nobody got back to me, I'm a loser, I'm going to tell you to shut up. No, you're not a loser. And I don't care how many people got back to you. I'm going to slap you on the back and tell you did a good job because you sent out 14 emails. If you do the job, do your job. That's all that we can be expected to do, folks. That's hitting a home run. If you contact 3 people a day, that's 15 people a week, 60 people a month, 180 people in a quarter. Just imagine, you've contacted 180 people in a quarter. You're going to get a response. Create a system that works for you. I've got all kinds of stuff here on Facebook and on my website. So you got to have minimum pricing. And I think minimum pricing is one of the most important concepts we can do. You don't want to guess your pricing. You want to have that floor that says, I'm not going any lower than this. Small product shoots, maybe $400, $600. Small restaurant updates, maybe $600 to $900. And small brand sessions, $800 to $1,200. Brand session might be 4, 5, 6 shots in a short amount of time. These are not jobs that you have to do over time. If it takes you longer than an evening to do it, it's not right for you. If it takes you a lot more equipment to do it, it's not right for you. If you have to hire people to do it, it's not right for you. You're looking for the jobs that can come in, go onto the kitchen counter, be shot, processed, and delivered in a short amount of time. If they're going to complain about your budget, which they always will, you have to understand how to come back. And the way to come back is don't drop your rate. You're already a small business person doing very small business. You've got your base rate, keep it. Now, the base rate that I mentioned before here, the 400 to 600, this is just what I'm recommending, okay? You could do 150 to 300 if you want. I don't care. That's up to you. That's up to you, your city, your area, whatever you feel comfortable with. But once you do it, hold to it. The only place you go is up. So if they can't afford the $300, then the key words are they can't afford the $300 for what they wanted. Offer to say, okay, well, you can't afford $300. Can you afford $150? Let's do half of what you wanted for $150. You can see how well it works, and then you can come back and do the other half. Be creative. Offer limited usage. Say, well, if you can't afford the $300 with unlimited usage, I could do it for $200 for a 6-month usage fee. So after 6 months, they're forced to come back to you to get more money. You can use usage as a leverage tool. I recommend you do. Also think about spreading payments over 2 months. You can do that. There's PayPal will do that. Stripe will do that. You can get that's a contracted thing. They'll just take it right out of the client's card. It's easy to do. Why do we have to get paid all at one time? We don't. The starving artist waits for inspiration. They wait for their muse. They wait for something to come and say, oh, this is the moment to make that photograph. We're not starving artists. We're commercial businesses. We go out and pitch. We get a rhythm going. We have rules about what we do and how much we charge. And we go out and make that work. It's a constant effort. But if you put in 3 contacts a day and you push forward with a decent portfolio, 24 images, 36 images, 42 images, whatever it is, you push with that portfolio, you'll get work. The clients you're going after don't need to see 400 images in your portfolio. They don't want to see 400 images in your portfolio. The guy who hired me to do the gate pieces only saw 4 pictures that I did. Only 4. I didn't even pitch him on my still life stuff. He saw something that I did for another client. He loved it, so that's what he wants. So I want you to think about it. I'm doing a class on how to make this work. We've got all the tools. They're everywhere. In the class, you have bidding tools and how to send email tools and email campaign tools, etc. It is everywhere. This class is guaranteed. I guarantee you get a job. Pay back the class. If you don't, I'll stay working with you. See information down below. And I hope you learned something. Thanks.